Hi there, Steve here again on my Korean challenge, and I just had a conversation with Hannah in Korean, and I did it on my iPhone. I sent it over to her in Korea, and then she matches them up because she videoed herself on her iPhone, so that then we put them together, and it's better than the quality that we get through Skype. But what I wanted to talk about today was patience in language learning. And I was thinking about this all day, even before I had my conversation with Hannah, because, I'm listening to these podcasts in Korean. And increasingly, I sense that I understand it. I can read it more quickly. I can understand it when I read. And yet, increasingly, I'm getting frustrated at the fact that I still can't understand it when they speak. Now, granted, it depends who's speaking. The main host is Kim Jong-bae. He speaks so quickly. I just can't get what he's saying. Some of the people he invites on there, Korean politicians discussing the political crisis in Korea and so forth, I can sometimes understand them better because they speak a little bit more slowly. And I keep hoping that with the amount of reading that I'm doing in Korean and listening, that I'll get better at understanding Kim Jong-bae, because he's 50% of what I'm listening to, and I just can't understand him. And I don't really have the sense that I'm getting any better. I keep hoping that I'm going to get better at understanding it, because, I really don't have anyone really to speak to in Korean, but I want to understand these political podcasts. I rode my bicycle off to the store, it's 20, 15 minutes away, and so I put on some Ukrainian. Given the amount of time I spend on Ukrainian, I have spent less time on Ukrainian than on Korean, and I understand them. They're talking about all kinds of stuff. Ukrainians planning to test some rockets, and the Russians have threatened to, send rockets back at them if they test the rockets. A whole bunch of stuff that's happening, and I can understand the Ukrainians. I hardly spent any time on Ukrainian, but of course I had Russian, I had Czech. So Korean, even though I have Japanese and I have Chinese, it's proving difficult. And I sort of felt, one has to be patient, because I still believe I will eventually get to my goal of being able to understand these podcasts, but it's not going to happen as quickly as I would like. And there's many things in language learning that don't happen as quickly as we would like. And I think the old adage about how we overestimate the speed of short-term change and we underestimate long-term change. So people expect, for example, that, I don't know, the internet arrives and people, oh, well, within 3 years, everybody will be on the internet. And it doesn't happen in 3 years, but then lo and behold, in 10 years, the change is even more dramatic than we expected. And there's lots of examples like this. In fact, it might be an example even insofar as global warming is concerned. I hope not. But there are many examples like that where we overestimate the short-term change, expecting something to happen, and then before you know it, that longer-term change has occurred. And I think it's the same with language learning. We expect that we're going to learn quickly, and we don't, so we have a tendency to get discouraged. And then if we stay with it, all of a sudden, what do you know? I actually improved more than I expected. And, and I, having learned languages, and of course some go faster than others, languages like Romanian went quickly, and Ukrainian and stuff, but the Korean is certainly taking a long time, and it's a long road, but I know I'll get there. And now on the positive side, when I spoke to Hannah, and I haven't spoken Korean since the last time I spoke to Hannah, and she noticed it, and I must say even I noticed it while speaking, and you can judge for yourself when you eventually see that video, I have improved. I'm using more words. I'm speaking more naturally. So while I'm trying to understand, someone else will take that, trying to understand Kim Jong-bae, and I'm not understanding him as well as I would like, in fact, I am improving. So, some survey, I'm sure. So the lesson is, be patient, stay with the program, and you will get there. And now I will stop this, and hopefully that call will go away.